to the time when it was like, when is Scrim Phoenix going to show up? Because he's pretty much disappeared right now. It's become the Piglet show and the Dardoch show on TL, and then sometimes it's, okay, we'll camp for Lorlo. So Phoenix just seems to be on an island, and nobody's really paying attention to what he's doing, because he isn't actually doing too much.
Exactly, not doing too much. Maybe he'll do something this game. It is time, though, for us to pass it off to Freak and Kobe to get us into the game.
Thank you very much, Dash. Guys, let's get ourselves right into this match. It's going to be a fun one. Check out the starting lineups. On the blue side, Cloud9. Up in the top lane is Balls. Rush in the jungle. Jensen, last week's MVP in mid. Sneaky AD carry. High at support with elimination coaching.
And on the red side, it's Liquid. Up top is Lorlo. In the jungle, Dardoch. Mid, Phoenix. AD carry Piglet. Support Matt and Coach Loco Doco.
It's interesting to see that sort of both these lineups have seemed to settle into the 5 that they kind of intend to start.
Yes.
You know, there was the very early season talk about the Team Liquid 10-man roster. It's very clearly seemed to be this 5. C9 had, you know, swapped back and forth with Bunny and High, but ever since week 2, it's just kind of been the High show. And this is the formula that these teams have found success on. And it's just kind of interesting sort of seeing those things evolve as they kind of harden into the one lineup they want to use.
I definitely agree. And this is going to be a really exciting matchup, specifically because Cloud9 have gotten better and better and better since they've, you know, found some consistency for themselves. Yeah. Every player on the team has gotten better. And their early game is the second strongest in the entire league. At 15 minutes, they almost have the same gold lead that Immortals have on average, which is ridiculous because Immortals have been crushing everyone very quickly. Cloud9 are number 2, 2,000 plus gold lead for themselves at 15 minutes. See if they can make that early game work. A lot of that is in part due to Rush. This guy constantly crushing the other jungler in CS early with Nidalee. Nidalee off the table though, because both of these junglers have used it to great success for their teams and carried their teams with the champion. Not going to be on the table for either one because Cloud9 have first pick and Team Liquid don't want them to grab it.
Right, if it wasn't banned against them, they've almost always first picked Nidalee on blue side, so showing that they would be happy to do that. Team Liquid says, no, don't you dare, I'm afraid of this one. Dardoch himself actually says he had learned Nidalee from watching Rush play, so I imagine that makes sense. Jin actually banned away from Sneaky. He's been spamming that in solo queue. Balls is kind of laughing and smiling. Like, we had the discussion early on, like, you know, do we think
okay, so
Sneaky's played it so much that
hold on. I think that there's 2 things that go into this. Yes, Sneaky has been playing Jin a bunch, but on red side, a lot of the times you don't want to ban too many OPs so that you can grab 2 on the backswing here.
Yeah.
And maybe Team Liquid just want to grab a double combo. Not necessarily they're actually afraid of Sneaky's Jin. There is that factor though that you never really want to go up against the unknown, and Sneaky is most definitely put in the most time of any AD carry player on Jin.
Yeah. The way I would say it personally as my own sort of definition is you do a target ban. The final ban on red side, you know, to get the
I like that better than throwing out an Akali ban.
Right. I think the Akali ban is down, but you can target ban things that you know they are good at that you're much less likely to play. Jin does fit that mold, of course.
Exactly.
My other thought would have been Alistar because High's so good at it, but of course they just want to pick that for themselves. So Alistar Kalista, the bot lane for TL, is already here, and now Cloud9 has to react.
Exactly.
All right. On the same page, Kobe.
And I can read that page.
That's good.
All right, Corki going to be what Cloud9 decided to go for, though, as far as their first pick. Going to grab that for Jensen. Probably. Small chance that it does go down to Sneaky.
Jensen does say that blue side Orianna is pretty worthwhile. It's a safe blind pick, and Team Liquid right now have not shown either solo lane, so C9 either picks their entire, picks their jungle and support right now, or they've got to show off a laner.
Yeah, it's actually pretty scary here. Kalista Alistar, such a successful duo across the world as far as first picks go. Team Liquid very happy to get that combo.
Okay, and they're actually going to show up that it is going to be mid lane Corki as Lucian's picked up here for Sneaky, and there was no rush on grabbing the Lucian. Right? They could have picked the top jungler left available, the best jungler left available. Yeah. They're like, no, there's no Contest in Lucian, but we're going to take that anyway. There's no Contest in Morgana, we're going to take that anyway. And they're even counterpicking jungle. Yeah, so, well, what they do here is kind of actually leave Team Liquid the choice of which solo lane Team Liquid want to get counterpicked in. Because they could show it here, and then Cloud9 will just have to follow up. But really, High has only played, only really successfully played Morgana when Alistar is banned. Yeah. And he has done it successfully, but it has kind of seemed like they've got a limited champion pool in that position due to him recently switching over to support. Quinn makes sense, and Quinn will be locked in. And funnily enough, we've seen Quinn top as well as mid in pro play. So that actually, even though Team Liquid already get to counterpick both lanes, they get to counterpick with a flex pick anyway for this Quinn.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Team Liquid so far have put Lorlo on tank after tank after tank after tank. And so if they do go with the top lane Quinn, it will be Liquid deviating from their normal pattern here they've had for the beginning of the season.
And he's against Malphite, which I would not want to put Quinn into.
Yes, Cloud9 very happy to pick that away and actually go with Rush on the Nunu once again.
Yep, second game in a row on Nunu for Rush. And he's actually done quite well with it this year so far. The full lineup is in. Double marksman, double tank, and a nice pick or peeling support here with this Morgana.
And a pretty clear style here for Cloud9 now. I mean, they've got the Nunu. They want to control the neutral objectives to draw you into team fights where they can use their Morgana Black Shield on one of the two carries and have Malphite and Nunu be damage-soaking frontline here. Meanwhile, Lorlo does take the Quinn into Malphite option.
Yeah, but Team Liquid picked like the most annoying comp possible. Global jungler, global mid laner, practically global top laner, not even counting the teleport. With a Kalista and Alistair, like, welcome to Initiation Town.
See if they can pull it off. Meanwhile, the Twisted Fate ultimate actually seems like it will be not that big of a deal in the early game. Morgana Black Shield,
yeah, true.
Down bottom, unless it's some kind of combo here where Kalista and Alistair are post level 6 and they have like a multi-staged engage down bottom and go for a tower dive.
Yeah.
With Quinn, by the way, who can, as we said, fade into the Fog of War and then make that a 5-ban bottom.
Yep.
With the Kalista Alistar in your face, which seems extremely scary, but
definitely will be.
Cloud9 will try and set up around that dragon control, as we saw last time they had Rush on Nunu.
Absolutely. So C9 can tie for second place here, and Team Liquid are, of course, right on their heels. Only one game behind. We'll see if they can catch up as well. You guys at home, let us know who it's going to be. Hashtag C9 winner, hashtag TL win to @Elevable Esports. Cloud9, once again, can tie up with Counterlogic Gaming in second place at the halfway point of the split. Team Liquid just half a game behind Energy, 1 game behind Cloud9, 1 game behind TSM, and they can get right up in that third place spot. Here we go into the game. Let's see who it is.
Let's go, Cloud9!
A lot of the crowd wanting to go Liquid. That's what the cool kids are saying these days. Let's go Liquid, man.
Ah, here's the answer. I like it when we have balance, Freak.
Yeah. That's why we have fans.
That's why we have fans?
Yes, sure.
Binding hits for high. He's going to get some money from this.
+8, +11, +8.
Got all the stacks off.
He's rich. Piglet battling Sneaky. Oh, that bind's gonna hit. This is not good for Piglet. He pops the heal early.
They're going all
It's
in for
exhausted. He's gonna die. First blood, and the binding's up soon. Matt has the stun. Jensen's coming around. Can High get it over the wall? Binding's up soon. Oh, that was not even close to on.
Whatever. He got the the first blood. You give him a pass on that one?
All right.
Question mark?
No. It's still solid. It's still solid.
But man, the all-in here from Cloud9 on the bottom side engage. So often we see these trades and everyone laughs about it and you just kind of retreat back to your jungle. A little bit of early fighting. But Cloud9 with a substantial gold lead for the bottom lane now. And the first blood kill did go over to High. So not only did he stack up his gold from the Spell Thieves, but he cashed in on the first blood execution there. Not the best distribution of gold for the bottom lane, but they'll definitely take it. That could mean that he goes for a really early Frost Queens. And
I mean, he bought a Ruby Crystal, so he's going to have a really early Sight Stone, it looks like. Roaming around in the jungle right now. Now we have ourselves into a lane swap situation. It's still Marksman with Marksman up at the top side.
I want more. He's going to get some more, too.
Hello, Dardoch.
He's helping with red buff, just kidding.
Yeah, he's actually hitting quite a bit. He actually still hasn't even attacked Dardoch. Lorlo coming around as well. Binding.
Oh, he stole
takes
it.
one of the small parts of red. That's actually a nice bit of XP stolen. Dardoch cannot tunnel under the wall right now, so Lorlo will not have any support. Falls in Matt. Doing battle.
Trying to do the same, but stopping Nunu in the jungle is very difficult. And High's
fearless.
Doing a decent amount of damage. I don't think he can steal this,
Yeah. And Dardoch wouldn't have hit level 3 anyway because of that small part of red buff steal, so he had no threat of the...
You can't really mess with Nunu's jungle. I mean, he's gonna get what he
If Smite's on
gets.
cooldown,
I mean,
he just casts his other
consume,
Smite.
You're just kind of wasting your own time there messing with him. And Rush happy to get that early experience advantage. I don't think he'll bother going down bottom, as Lorlo is going to show up here, and it'll be a standard lane swap here, as both turrets will probably go down around the same time.
3-man push. And we'll see how much damage they can deal here. Phoenix just holding equal in the mid lane here over Jensen. Has a small CS lead, but only because there's more minions alive right now. So this mid lane is basically equivalent. Also keep in mind that Twisted Fate passive will inflate Team Liquid's gold overall. Though it doesn't really mean they played better, just he has money as a function.
Gonna lose a lot to this turret though, for Jensen.
He's gonna, he lost like 4 casts.
And gets harassed under the turret, so Phoenix doing a good job.
Very well done.
Pressuring this matchup.
That's gonna be damage. Not quite. Jensen cutting back properly. We're gonna see the turrets go down. Falls gets it down, and he will allow the freeze. Team Liquid doing the exact same here, and both top laners were given the golden XP solo.
I believe
Without
that recall was in range to share.
Oh, maybe it was. I couldn't quite tell from Matt.
Yeah, camera didn't pan down quick enough. Not sure if he did, but I think it might have been split there.
Okay, that's a possibility. Gold-wise right now, Lorlo is about 50 gold back.
Are they going to go for a push here up on this top side? They do have the deep ward. They can come bring the blood boil as well. Not opting for the blood boil. Okay, just standard then.
Okay, yeah, I thought maybe you bring up Nunu, you take Herald, and you push for top tier 2, but
yeah,
no, they had Balls hold the wave until it was time to finally recall back. He got level 3 by doing so, and now Sneaky's right back in the same lane he was just in.
Yeah, so the only problem with that is that while Rift Herald does provide more pushing power, I mean, Quinn, even low level, and they could rotate Twisted Fate up there maybe for the wave
I don't
clear.
think it's that much risk.
And yeah, I mean, it would just mean it kind of stalls out. But
yeah,
taking the Rift Herald, I am a very big fan of. People really underestimate that global gold that it does give you. 250 is nothing to scoff at, and the buff does extraordinary things, even early on.
True.
But not going to go for it. Rush is just going to try and hard farm his own jungle. Has earned himself an experienced lead.
Yep. So we're going to see the 2-on-2s fighting up in the top lane here. Piglet and Matt don't have a turret, but keep in mind, Twisted Fate's going to hit level 6 before too long. Rush just like
you can't fight
punches Dardoch, and Dardoch just runs away.
Red buff rushes now. He's tagged him. He can run him out of his own jungle. There's nothing in the jungle for Rush to take, so he doesn't really get anything off of it, but it's funny to him, so.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, nice bind by High, playing very aggressively, and trust his reflex to not get comboed out by Matt. He could black shield himself in time. Hits him back with a couple of spears, and you got to respect that, of course.
Gonna play bench strong from High. They're going to try and deny some of these CS here with the big wave, but a little bit risky. Rek'Sai has recalled, and the question marks do go down. Pings on Rift Herald. Now they will snap that. Snap? That's not a...
Close enough. They will nab or snag. I know what you're going for.
Exactly.
I get it. 70 gold to Sneaky, and here comes the hit for Rift Herald, 6 minutes in. Shouldn't be too big of a risk. Of course, Rush is tanky, can hit it soon. High is tanking for now.
He's planning on going.
Recall.
He's planning on going back to base.
Assume so. Pop goes the eye, and they're gonna let Rush get it.
All right. Pretty standard here. Now going to send Malphite down back into that long lane. Balls is only level 4, but he does have a couple of pink wards to watch for him. Has to be a little bit careful this early on, though. Dardoch showing himself topside means all Ball's worries are put to rest. Should be just fine.
Quick pink ward by Jensen, watching his top side brush. Not only will that defend him from some of the angles Dardoch can gank, but it also helps Rush get in himself.
Well, Twisted Fate is level 6 now too, so that level 4 Malphite might be a target.
Sneaky didn't buy much off his last recall. I don't think he actually finished the back because he's still sitting on double Thorns with 1,200 gold. So if he would have backed, he would have had BF sword. Or he already had the double longsword. But either way, not a lot of items in his inventory. Kind of similar for Piglet here. Bot lane pushing in, and Rush will keep Ball's safe, holding his hand a little bit.
He shows just because they want to allow Balls to get free farm on this. They need level 6 Malphite for this mid game. Not going to soak there.
I thought Sneaky was going to get rid of the cannon minion, so he tosses the bind out, and instead cannon blocks the shot. Piglet's safe. And Dardoch coming around the wings as well. And keep in mind, Rush just showed bottom side, so Dardoch knows he has a few seconds, and but walks through a ward.
Trying to claw his way to level 6, but he doesn't have it yet. So even the teleport coming in would not go in Cloud9's favor. They have to give it
up here. With the threat of a TP from Lorlo. This shot's going to take a lot of damage right now. And High, feeling it now safe, puts some damage back on a Matt. Sneaky walking into range yet again. They will keep the turret alive.
It just denies some CS there from Sneaky. So it's a power play there from Team Liquid. Anytime you see one of these big waves form in the lane swaps, you always look for the deny. They were able to deny a little bit from Sneaky. So that's where you can see pretty decent CS lead actually for Piglet so far on Kalista.
Yeah, it's pretty
Some
reasonable.
of it coming from that recent play.
The +9 helps. Ball's now level 6. Lorlo is 2 minions away. There it is. Level 6 for him now. So all of the ultimates are available except for the ones on the supports. And that means the global pressure is now online for Team Liquid. Killing away some pink wards. Lolo will turn back in a travel form and head back to the bot lane soon. Blue buff, easy setup, easy take for Phoenix. And so a fairly low impact early game outside the level 1 kill.
Yeah, what I would look for now for next steps for Cloud9 would be to try and hard shove this top lane actually with the duo, have them recall for Sneaky's purchase, and force that early dragon to get their dragon stacking going with the Nunu.
Yeah.
Lucian has the opportunity to shove this in pretty quickly, and they can try and put someone else up there to the top side. Nunu is already actually heading down towards it, but Dardoch's a step ahead, laying down tunnels and clearing out vision. That becomes a really risky play. There's a lot of global tools for Team Liquid. The Quinn, the TF, and the Rek'Sai all can try and answer this early move, and the first dragon really does tell a lot for this matchup of these two comps. So maybe Cloud9 don't want to risk it. It is fairly risky to go for that, and well, they're making the call to do it actually, just as said. Wheel comes down bottom. They send Balls up top with his teleport, but the package used.
Kill the Raptors. I think it was going to time out anyway. I guess they're
it's going to time out, but missing that timing is kind of a big deal.
I agree.
Cloud9.
He recalled on Fade Sheen, then hoped it would line up with everything else, and wasn't to be the case. Jensen pushed into his turret pretty constantly, but he will be the first player to 100 CS at 10-24 into this game. So winning in the farm game right now, bot lane under pressure, and they got there well in advance. Piglet has to realize he's got to just knock this top lane turret down himself.
Yeah, honestly, I would have Rush soloing Dragon right now if I was Cloud9. I would make that call rather than... Okay, so, grabbing away Wolf Camp or something is decent, but I don't know.
They didn't even get their own blue. There's 3 people up here. Consume Smite, it doesn't go to Corki.
I mean, you get the experience from blue, but...
yeah. Dragon feels like it's...
as you said, you don't get it on one of the champions that you really want to use it on.
Yeah.
I guess with blue buff, it means that Rush can go solo Dragon at his leisure.
Yeah.
So it'll be very easy for him to do now.
I think they just get it now whenever they want. He can walk to that side of the lane. C9 managed to trade turrets equally, keep their blue from being stolen despite being on the wrong side of the map. And I think they still have Dragon control.
Or Team Liquid could make the call to fight this first one. I mean, they can at least make the call to blow the teleport. They gotta go now, though.
The Liquid bot first. Again, a lot of money right now on C9 pockets. Most of them hitting 1,000 gold right here. But Liquid not showing up in time. Easy take here for C9. And you know what?
Yeah.
They got the best of both worlds.
Exactly. Smart call there for Cloud9. They were able to secure half of their blue jungle and still come out with the dragon. It does mean that the dragon is delayed a little bit, maybe a minute and a half or so.
Sure.
But that's not really an issue. They were able to get a lot out of that, so... Blue buff does, increase the clear speed of Nunu pretty significantly.
Yep. Well played. Good things here. Lanes match back up at the top side here. Lorlo and Balls doing battle. Ball sitting on Kindle Gem and a Glacial Shroud versus the makings of half a Hex Drinker. Actually, it's probably just all into Molotov Mortius, since that's what Serrated Dirk builds into. So.
This is a pretty heavy magic damage team. Corki does about 75 to 80% even. Yeah. Especially towards the mid-game magic damage, so definitely will be magic damage heavy, and you don't want to get bursted out by a Malphite combo into a couple of Corky bombs on top of your head. So I do like that option to go Maw. Then maybe follow that up even with a really early Last Whisper, depending on how far ahead Malphite gets.
Ooh, long range
nice
find
hit.
on a Piglet. Can they get enough done? They have the Ice Blast. They have the Black Shield on a Rush. But then it times out and they walk away.
It's funny to him.
It is. Every recall.
Rush actually
Control 3.
has been showing a lot of control of all types when he plays Nunu. Has not been overextending, has not been flash snowballing as we saw in his debut Nunu game.
Yeah, he's not building a
I
farm
really do
lead.
like the measured play.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in control of the game. He's not building a farm lead over Dardoch. Dardoch is actually slightly ahead gold-wise.
Oh, Skirmish breaks out. TF ultimate popped.
Another bind hits a minion. He flashes in, goes to the play into high, and that's going to be the kill picked up. Piglet gets the first of the game for Team Liquid. And now Jensen forced to wave clear onto the turret. TL with a nice pickup.
The support gets picked on early in the game, easy to burst out high, and Team Liquid are going to claim their Rift Herald after that.
Really nicely done. All right, so kill turns into Rift Herald. Jensen forces to stay in mid. Now Rush wants in. Flash Snowball. He does it after all. Phoenix flashes out of the absolute zero. Flash for flash. Not the worst thing in the world, but with cooldown boots, it's kind of a shorter cooldown for the mid laner.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess it's the same for
it is
for Rush.
good. It is nice to burn the flash from Twisted Fate, but man, this combo there, Matt was able to get the headbutt back after he uses the pole flash as well.
And I just didn't see it coming. TF ult popped, and he just didn't respect flash pulverize. So good play by TL. Mistake by High. C9 though respawning, going back into the mid lane, doing what damage they can. Finding misses. Now you've got to respect Matt once again. No flash, but can still headbutt pulverize.
Yeah, Team Liquid did blow quite a significant amount on that play, and Cloud9 have both side lanes pushing, so they're trying to capitalize on their wave pressure right now and take down mid turret. It's going to be difficult though. Dardoch is going to play the front line, just soak while the rest of the team tries to wave clear.
Yeah, sneak with again.
Yeah, no damage to turret even.
Yeah, really nothing done right here. Black shield on, but still.
Technically, they got a blue steal out of it, but
Okay, something. But right now the gold is in Liquid's favor here. Probably the reason it's even tipped is the TF passive, of course, but still, it's pretty good to be Liquid right here up against Cloud9. And, you know, in their last, what, 5 games, they're 4-1.
ooh,
And they can maybe make it a 5th win right here. Dardoch chunked to half. Matt even lower. Culling comes across. A lot of damage on this jungler. And that might give C9 control once again of this mid lane. They've got to wait for the wave, which will give time for Liquid to recall and heal back up, but they're pulling balls across.
there are tunnels out on the map, so Rek'Sai can ultimate back out. There it is.
But they brought balls over. He clears away a pink ward. He's now waiting in the wings. And Liquid, will they defend this turret with the threat of a Malphite? The answer is yes, and C9 just walk away.
Yeah, even with flashes down on Alistar and Twisted Fate, you know, the big surprise plays, not quite there for Liquid, but Cloud9 give up control. Go back to purchase. Twerk is moving pretty quick. Does he have a package? Oh, he does. Maybe that's what they were going back for.
All right.
Looking to deliver on mid lane.
45 seconds left, so at 17 minutes flat, this will time out. That's what you can track at home for all you guys and gals watching League from your seats.
You really want to try and make a move once you pick that package up.
Yep.
As a team,
30 seconds left.
that means only one minion wave. They would have to go on this minion wave.
They recalled back 3 people. Lucian, Nunu, and Malphite all bot. Nothing to be done here for C9, and that just feels like a waste. So they weren't even trying to do something. It's not like they tried to play and it got stymied. They're just like, yeah, pick it up. Just kidding, farm. Because it will wait in base for you forever until it's time to make a play, and that seems like a misplay to me.
Cloud9 just going to fan out defensively here and try and control the sideline. They do still have to respect, you know, Twisted Fate plays from across the map, but right now there's a lot of pressure bottom.
That's Piglet with Ruin King and 3 daggers. Ironic for somebody who throws javelins for a living that she needs so many daggers, but that's just, I guess, her close range arsenal. And nothing done anyway, as Slinky's there to clear the waves out. Team Liquid not looking for dives as much as Cloud9 are. Both teams saying, hey, we'll clear waves. If you don't show up, we'll take the turret. If you do clear waves, never mind. Jensen, though, Yep, does not get flanked. It seems like they could have even tossed Alistair in right there. Jensen had no teammates around.
Oh, well, instead they're ignoring mid lane and trying to cut off Cloud9's Dragon supply. They're going to get it too.
All right, well, the Dragon will go down. That means 1 for each team, but it means mid lane is under fire. If Binding would hit, it would have been bad things for Phoenix. Jensen, honestly, can get a lot of turret damage down, finally turns back in for it, but
whoa.
High meant to... He was either afraid of a flash from Matt, but either way, he burns his own. Now, Matt pops ulti, rush to the front lines, TP in from Balls. They want this fight now, but the team can't find anything to do. The TP completes, 5-minute cooldown.
Seemed like that early flash kind of threw them off a little bit. High was definitely has an itchy trigger finger after what happened to him last time.
Big set of knockups, a whole lot of CC. They turn right back around. Look at the burst damage. That's 2 kills. Make that one to almost 3. Dardock does go down. The Jensen, he flashes in for it. That's 3 kills and a turret. Not what Liquid wanted.
The Corki mid-game here. Ridiculous damage. And Sneaky even lives, getting the heal out. Both summoners burned, but he gets a culling off as well. Lucian even escaping with his life, and that's going to be maybe 2 turrets after.
Yeah, only Balls went down. 3 for 1, Cloud9. 1 turret so far, maybe number 2. Lorlo and Phoenix are around. Nice little bit of poke. The rush is a tanky Nunu. Has a black shield, and yes, 2 turrets and +2 kills. Now Cena have to run. And Rek'Sai is ulting in, but he's ulting in pretty far. Jensen jumped on by the Quinn.
Pop too.
Dardock goes for the chilling smite. The threat of a gold card was there, but couldn't get the knockup in.
Phoenix is really low, actually has to respect some spam here.
Rush Chunk pretty injured as well, thanks to a cannon minion going down, gets 20 HP back, and will slink away.
Let's take another look at this. All right, knockup combo was on the front line. Matt did a good job of getting Sneaky and got the ignite on him early.
Then Malphite catches 4? Ooh. No, 3. Quinn wasn't in the fight yet.
But there are 2 marksmen on this squad, and Jensen had a blue buff with Corki. Just absolutely dumping out the damage with his Trinity Force, flashes forward. Everything was focused on Sneaky, so Jensen really got to take over that team fight.
Yeah, Team Liquid engaged a 4v5. Nearly got it, but they, by doing so, grouped up for Malphite Corki just to turn it right back around, and
yeah,
the health bars just dropped.
Such a good combo right there. At this stage in the game, too.
Sure.
There's so much burst in it. Corki with Trinity Force plus all the flat damage just has a ridiculous amount with Frost Bomb and the Trinity Force auto landing.
Just getting to keep Gatling Gun on is actually a really huge deal. You normally don't get to as Corki, but everyone's stuck in the same spot. Giant shred and hundreds of damage coming through.
See if Team Liquid can recover from this. They've decided to try and spread out again. Lorlo up top with the Quinn. We've seen this before. This time, Quinn with a bit better build for the matchup, but still, Malphite, CS lead. Balls has plenty of armor for himself, and that's just a little bit of flat pen. That's not going to do much for Quinn. Early stages of the game here, he just has to wait.
Still slinking around in the shadows. Looks like Lorlo not finishing Maw after all, going towards the Yoma, just getting an early Hex Drinker, then getting the item. Always fun to watch the builds. Balls, though, pretty tanky. Iceborne Gauntlet could be a second pickup here. The Sheen's already in inventory. So that's 20 CDR on Malphite, which is quite nice.
Yeah, that's the big reason why so many people have been grabbing early Iceborne Gauntlets. On Malphite, too, the slow field gets massive.
Oh, yeah.
Because of his passive boosting his armor.
Yeah, I mean, after you knock them all up, how about an AoE slow so they can't leave?
Great for Corki to follow up.
Yep.
As his damage is substantial, but sometimes hard to land. All right, let's see if Cloud9 actually can get some deeper vision down, because as of right now, they're kind of towing the line with the vision. It's pretty much all river-based.
Yeah.
And Team Liquid do have so many global options to answer. It is a little bit scary for Cloud to kind of overplay their hand, even though they've got so many turrets down and so much map to work with.
Ooh, Dardock. 500 damage. We're trying to look at a blue buff the wrong way. Now Rush on the wrong side. That's the flash. And the flash gold card comes in, which will mean a lot of CC comes through. The headbutt back in. This is not good for Nunu. Channels the ulti, gets a bit of damage. Here comes the package. They really want this fight. Dives away from a flying Alistair. Almost gets hit in the kisser with it, but he's going to be okay. C9 forced to run back. They did pick off Dardock. It is a 1-for-1. Both junglers dead. Rockets coming through, and Balls. No home guard buff, but will run forward.
Did that teleport just come up? We'll have to take another look at that, because If they had him on the front line, they could probably chase this down. A lot burned for the new kill there. And Cloud9 looking to pick something up.
Oh, Lorlo's on the wrong side of this
found
one.
it.
He is well cut off, but High has no CC left available to him. He's going to take a lot of damage for this. He's got to respect the Quinn. Sneaky jumps in, not in range for anything.
Yeah.
Actually, animating the W, I think, was a mistake. If he had rapid fire cannon, I'm pretty sure Sneaky could have just dashed, walked, and landed a red buff hit.
Close call right there. Team Liquid do come out with the kill, but still very much behind. Dardoch trying to capitalize. They do have home guards.
Whoa, here comes the team. Phoenix walks fast, has a stacked deck gold card. That'll hit right in the back of the head. Phoenix on a killing spree. Now Rush chasing to turn this back around. But meanwhile, Piglet gets caught in the top right side while Rush is going down here. A lot of damage on both sides. Insta pop on the ulti. Fair bit of damage. Now Jensen's back across. They want Phoenix. They might get Phoenix. Pops the cleanse, but Dardoch turns it back around. A killing spree, a flash away. He's staying alive. A double kill for Jensen. Meanwhile, Balls did get that kill onto Piglet. Overall, 2 for 3.
What a ridiculous drawn-out chase here. This was almost a 3-minute-long excursion, starting with Rush dying and ending with Rush finding a kill up there. Pretty interesting exchange, and all said and done, Team Liquid still in the hole here, about 3,000 gold. But man, yeah, at first, Cloud9 looked like they overextended here because Home Guard's kicking in. They've got the Rek'Sai and Twisted Fate coming in to find it. But look at this. Balls actually ends up sort of 1v3 as Quinn does arrive eventually.
Yeah.
But Flash is traded, and he got the auto off before it happened. The slow, constant slow from Q-Spam as well as the ice fields there, enough to net him a 1-for-1, which is great in the 1v3 scenario.
Yeah, because the rest of the team managed to pick up 2 kills off the chase down. So good stuff by C9, and as they reset on the map, Dragon number 2 goes to them. 24.5 minutes in. Solid stuff here, 3,000 gold up. Cloud9 continuing to challenge for the top of the standings. This team is 5-1 with High. Looking to make that 6-1 after today.
So I think Team Liquid really need to continue along with the strategy that they have. Whoa, never mind, team fight.
And here they go. Oh, nice flash getting away from Matt. And now the pull-in by Kalista trying to buy some time because Balls is on the back line. Phoenix on the wrong side. Taken down by Jensen plus the culling. Piglet just barely gets away from a Dark Bunny, but Matt's ulti will time out. And it'll be the next kill picked up. A 4-man knockup is nice. But it's still 2 for 0.
Yeah, I was going to say Liquid probably should continue to spread out, play into their split push strategy, use the globals, but Cloud9 find the team fight they want. Balls initiates, and now they're going for Baron.
You gotta be respectful of Dardoch in the wings. Smite steals can happen even against Nunu. Looking for the damage. There's the burst in. A lot from Quinn, but no kill quite picked up. High's gotta respect Baron damage, though he could go down.
Oh, there's split
Piglet
and
Dardoch at the backside. There's the pickup. Baron Nashor goes down. Cloud9 with like 900 total health on the team. Able to walk away.
Woo, definitely exciting. Team Liquid actually losing a kill on top of the Baron right there, so a big swing for Cloud9. But that team fight that they were able to find in the mid lane was a very big turning point. When you have this Quinn versus a frontline Malphite and Nunu who has Frozen Heart already, team fighting is almost impossible. Quinn is so bad at team fighting versus a frontline like this. He can jump in once and boom, he's out of the fight, burns down. Smite actually was just used there, so there's not even a hope of stealing. I don't know why they're hesitating here. It almost cost him his life with just an auto attack there.
Yeah.
But Smite was used during the skirmish, so immediately should back off after that.
As you mentioned, the split push possibilities of Team Liquid, they have it with Twisted Fate.
I mean, you draft this comp, you have to play to that comp. You can't team fight a Malphite Nunu frontline unless you get a crazy, weird snipe from somebody, picking somebody off while they're moving through objectives.
And of course, thanks to Piglet taking down the mid lane outer turret right as Cloud9 was recalling away, the Baron power play is under 1,500 right now. So that's about 600, 700 gold from that turret getting dropped.
About to increase.
About to increase here. Yep, there's a whole bunch of money again, and in they go, Cloud9. Looking to knock some more stuff down. This inhibitor should be an easy take as the minions get dropped and out they walk. No, they're going to stay, actually. They really think they can get some... Yeah, I was going to say, this feels a bit greedy. They walk away maybe 6 seconds later than they needed to, but that shouldn't mean too much. They're able to walk through this top jungle, clear any wards they see, and put down ones of their own.
6-0-3 for Jensen on the mid lane Corki. Level 15 already. Phoenix is matching him in levels, but the damage output after this game will be heavily in favor of Jensen. I mean, that comes when you have a black shield on your team, plus the enemies are focusing on Sneaky, and you have a very beefy front line. Corki has had a pretty easy time positioning so far. Team Liquid have just been soaking it up.
Here we go. Top lane, tier 2 is gone. Cloud9 looking to keep the push going. They've got Baron for 38 more seconds. Black shield on Jensen. He's the one who gets to do the turret damage. Sneaky playing a bit farther to the back because of this. High takes some damage, but is safe overall. Wave gets cleared. Cannon's still alive. The next wave comes in about 10 seconds. This is the last wave they have with Baron buff.
It only takes 2 autos from Jensen.
Uh-oh! Knocking in the front line. They go in after the turret goes down. Balls is injured, but who's he going to find to kill away? Lorlo and Piglet in the back lines. Balls holds onto it. Knock up from Matt. Another pulverize. Plenty of damage, but there's the hit. He got Piglet and Lorlo. Both marksmen. The easy targets for a Malphite. That's 3 kills in the team fight, and Cloud9 are going to knock down their second inhibitor.
That's probably going to be the extra inhibitor, maybe the game here. Cloud9 don't like to wait around.
They switch right over to the Nexus turrets instead because those are more important than the inhib. Dardoch caught up in the front lines. He goes down. Gold card will kill Balls. Lowering his KDA by a third, but it still means the Nexus is in the sights. Rush taking some damage. Phoenix wants to kill him, can't quite do it. Nexus will go down. The game will go to Cloud9 in under 30 minutes. And C9 will tie CLG once again in second.
Another Quinn, another unsuccessful split push game. Never able to get it rolling. Never really able to make a cross map play either.
Yeah.
Even with the extra speed. And once you get to the point where you're facing not only Malphite in your face, but a Nunu on the front line with Frozen Heart, you cannot get in to anyone that you actually do meaningful damage to, and teamfighting becomes almost impossible.
And this is what perplexes me a little bit with these Quinn picks we're seeing today. Because they're picked into bad one-on-one matchups. And they're picked into teams with a lot of hard CC to get them in team fights. And I don't know what it's supposed to be doing.
I think this game they picked it before the Malphite.
No, it was picked. Yeah, it was picked second round red side. The Malphite was picked into it. And then they chose to send Quinn top instead of mid. I don't know. It's just sort of weird to me when you know Ball's going to play a tank almost every single game. Malphite is a common pick, so you expect to see it in a lot of your games. And we've seen Renegades pick Quinn into Malphite. We've seen Team Liquid pick Quinn with Malphite on the table. And it perplexes me.
Yeah, honestly, if you look at this team comp, nobody can actually kill Malphite. Twisted Fate is the only magic damage, and it takes him a long time to take down a frontliner. So, yeah, really no options there for the late game. It's split push or bust. You have to get an early lead. You have to snowball that early lead really hard.
Yeah.
Or else this happens.
I would like to see Kennen. I think Kennen would have worked. Imagine like one of those mid-game team fights with a Kennen. Riv would be happy. Team Liquid would have been happy. I don't know. It's a really minor point, honestly. It is about Cloud9 really staying in control for much of this game. Rush, his second Nunu game, just building full tank, getting that Frozen Heart early on to deal with 2 marksmen and an attack speed, somewhat focused mid laner.